tenacity. It's simple as that. It will be remembered for its coaching. Okay? It's very, very simple. Now, the good of football. Right in my hands, right here. Right here, folks. The NFL had their last night. Their pre-party before the draft. They released the NFL 2016, I'm in 2016 land, 2018 schedule. And for the second consecutive year in a row, we get to have a home game against the pathetic piss pukes of Pittsburgh to open the season. That'll be September 9th, 1 o'clock on CBS. Okay? Again, week 1, September 9th, against Pittsburgh at 1 p.m. on CBS. The Browns, ironically, are going to have their national TV game as per their Thursday contest, the third week of the season. Yeah, but good thing about it, it's at home against the Jets. No other TV games unless they're good this season, which is upon the flex scheduling, which means from week 10 to the end of the season. Interesting that you start 4 of your first 6 at home. Up to the bye week, you'll have 6 out of your first 10, 12. Make sure 2, 4, 6 home. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, 6 of your first 10 at home, right. But then at the end of the season, you're going to end 4 on 6 on the road. The only home games you have are Carolina and Cincinnati. Well, look who decided to sashay into the building. The one and the only, the vivacious one, Miss Sandy Scott. Welcome.
Hey, George. Sashaying is correct. They ought to make that an Olympic sport.
No, I got a better one for you that they're going to make. No, I got a better story that they're going to make. Actually, it's going to be called an official high school sport where you can get varsity letters.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
What is it?
You're not kidding. You know, just found this shit. Ironically, I found it yesterday. You don't have to dribble a ball. Mm-hmm. You don't have to pass a football.
Okay.
Now the National Federation of High Schools are going to partner with Play VS to form high school level esport programs.
High school level what board programs?
Esports, electronics.
Oh, esports. Okay.
League of Legends, those type of games.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just read it real quick here. The National Federation of State High School Associations and esports startup Play VS have partnered to association's 19,000 member schools established high school level esport programs, the two parties announced Thursday.
All right, that's awesome. But, you know, I'm not knocking it, but do we need to encourage teens and children to play esports, do we?
I don't know about encouraging or discouraging or anything like that, but it's another way. Maybe someone's not good at throwing a football or throwing a javelin or running, or if maybe they're better with the keyboard and the mouse or the game controller counselor. Not like me, no.
Do they still use joysticks anymore?
I have no idea.
Clickers and whatever.
No.
I used to like my joystick with Pac-Man.
I don't think so. But no, it's another way, another outlet for an individual to use. Maybe there'll be more participation from this than anything else. Okay? More participation and less, you know, I'm not going to say this rate's going to go down or that rate's going to go down, but it's another app for individuals to go on that front.
Right.
Okay?
I got you.
You know what? With that, we are going to take a quirky, quick little break here. You're listening to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com.
All right.
You said neighborhood houses before us here, not after us. Yeah? What is that? Yeah.
Oh.
He's dead. Yeah, him. gone.
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's
Yeah.
right. She did remind me of that last week. I just
So
forgot.
your testosterone-filled show was number 4 last week, I see.
There's something to that. I was meant to rule the board.
Oh yeah, you were meant to rule the
Ruler of the
board.
board.
Where is Chris at,
He's
folks?
coming, he's coming.
Okay.
He's coming.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
coming.
same thing he said last week. No, he should be pulling up right now.
Okay, well,
Sorry for adjusting my voice real.
good. Then I'm the head of this table.
But that's what you do in a male environment, right?
Oh my Lord.
I do want to do an interview with the guest, and it is sports related. It's the coach of the Cleveland Crush. They're gearing up. I talked to him briefly on the phone earlier today to set it up. He said he's in a meeting right at 3:30, but he's going to try to call in around 4:05, 4:10.
Cool.
Okay?
Hey, more the merrier. We have, oh God, we have announcements.
All right. I'll share those with you.
Good. Go back and forth. We can have a party. Queen, think about it. We need to snap the streak, okay? We need to snap the streak. We do. Man, that's a first. All right, I got this. Ooh.
Your kids mean the world to you, so don't let life get in the way of doing your best for them. I'm Stephanie Stewart, and I'll help you with your family's most important legal needs. Contact my law firm, Scalise Legal Service, at 216-780-3413. I've spent the last decade helping families just like yours sort out child support issues,
Hi,
work together
Karen.
to resolve custody disputes, and advocate for the best interests of kids right here. And as a final attorney, I protect the rights of kids who've been accused of crimes. Your kids are important to you, and they're important to me too. So call Scalise Legal Services today at 216-780-3413.
Okay. April 21st is tomorrow, isn't it?
Tomorrow?
April 21st, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Let me see
Read the
that.
top of that. Read the top of that.
Oh,
Yeah, that caught my
you
attention.
want me to read this one?
Yeah, definitely read that one.
Just tell me when you want me to.
I'm gonna,
Right when we come back?
right when we come back, that one definitely.
Is that Errol?
Huh?
Is that Errol? Voice. Never mind, don't worry about it.
I don't know. My wife says hi.
Yours is up high?
My wife, Karen,
Is what?
says hi.
Oh. Hi, Karen.
Oh, my cousin in Tampa's watching. Hi, Pam. How you doing? Vernon, my classmate. How you doing? Oh, I gotta, oh, if I forget that, I will curse myself if I forget that.
Broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on voiceitradio.com. Ready?
Let's do it. Hey there, hey there, hey there. Welcome back to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com. Here's truly George from the Vindic Report. To my immediate left, Vivacious One from the Experience, and also our Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable 1A lady, Miss Sandy Scott. How you doing?
Hey, everybody, I'm doing really good, George. Thank you for having me here.
Always, always, always. Got some on your mind that you just came to your flash there. What do you got there?
Absolutely, I do. The Greater Cleveland Gubernatorial Forum, it features Joe Schiavone, Dennis Kucinich, Richard Cordray, and Bill O'Neill. This is tomorrow, April 21st, 2018, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The location is the Cleveland Heights Community Center. That's 1 Monticello Boulevard, Cleveland Heights, Ohio, 44118. To RSVP and for any questions, email kayahaengagement@gmail.com. Again, to RSVP and for any questions, email kayahaengagement@gmail.com. The hosts are Voice It Radio, East Cleveland Democratic Club, Euclid Democratic Club, Cleveland Heights Democrats, Cleveland Ward 14 Democratic Club, Cuyahoga County Progressive Caucus, Lee Adams Radio Show, Art McCoy Radio Show, Phi Sigma Chapter of Omega Psi Phi, Voice of My People, and Radio 1. Again, that is the Greater Cleveland Gubernatorial Forum. That is tomorrow, Saturday, April 21st, 2018, from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in Cleveland Heights.
All right. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Quick baseball score here. We got the Tigers and the Royals tied 2-2 at the end of 8 innings. Yes, the Indians coming back from their Puerto Rico adventures. They're on the ball field tonight, I do believe. I do believe they are in Baltimore.
The Indians?
Yes.
They are in Baltimore tonight at 7:05 start.
See, I'm not even looking at the schedule like I was looking at the NFL schedule last night. They are in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Baltimore, Maryland.
All right, seriously here. Final update on the GoFundMe page for the Humboldt Broncos, the hockey team.
Thank you, yes.
As of yesterday, my show that I should have done Wednesday, but I wasn't here Wednesday. I was sick, so I didn't do my show.
Sorry to
It's
hear
okay.
that.
But they closed it as of midnight.
Okay.
They raised more than $15 million in less than 2 weeks.
That is outstanding.
Here, let me continue this. This is from ESPN. The GoFundMe account collecting funds for the Humboldt Broncos closed at midnight Wednesday, raising more than $15 million in less than 2 weeks as more than 140,000 people donated from 80 countries. It is the second largest GoFundMe campaign globally, trailing only the $21.5 million raised for the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund. Let me just make this as quick as I can here. The Broncos, a team of 16 to 21-year-olds in the SJHL, which is Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, were en route to a playoff game on April 6th when their bus crashed with the truck carrying Pete Moss. The death toll is officially up to 16. Among the fatalities were the Broncos head coach, player, and bus driver. As of the latest update by the team provided Tuesday, 9 remain hospitalized, with 2 in critical condition. Okay. Now, let me continue on this here. On Thursday, the Saskatchewan Royal Canadian Mounted Police Assistant Commissioner Chris Zablaski said significant resources are being used to investigate the crash, though there is no timeline for its completion. He also said that the truck driver has been cooperating with authorities, but it's unclear if he blew past the stop sign or why he was in the middle of the intersection. Authorities have determined the road was clear and the sun was shining when the accident occurred approximately at 5 p.m. Vehicle logs and engine control modules are still being analyzed while investigators plan to conduct a reenactment of what happened at the crash site. The team announced that funds donated through the GoFundMe campaign will be transferred to a newly created nonprofit called the Humboldt Memorial Fund, Inc. An advisory committee is being established and will make recommendations on how the fund will be allocated. The original goal for this campaign was $5,000. That's how they got $15 million.
Wow.
First and foremost, the Bronco Volunteer Board of Directors would like to express their tremendous love, sincere gratitude to everyone who has generously donated time and money to support our organization and its families as we navigate through this darkness and heart-wrenching time, the page reads. The crash has sent shocks waves globally, especially in the hockey community. Penguin star Sidney Crosby wrote a personal message to each of the crash survivors. Blackhawks captain Jonathan Taves and Edmonton Oilers captain Connor McDavid each paid visits to Humboldt and attended memorial services. So that's the end of that. Hopefully something will come good out of this for Humboldt.
Hopefully a new beginning will be
Yes.
able to be started with the families.
Mhm.
Money does not heal all
Oh,
wounds.
no,
but
no.
At least it can help with doctor bills and maybe some kind of financial restoration to the families as they
Especially
care for and bury their loved ones.
the burying part, that's the key. Wow, look at, it's the one and the only. It's the Mr. Uncle Chris from The Experience and a part of the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable. How you doing there?
I've been really busy today.
I see that.
I can't hear myself. But
Not that one.
no, what's this?
No, that's tomorrow you can make that statement. You can't hear yourself.
You were funny.
Well, I hear him enough for the both of
I know,
us.
I know. This is just the appetizer, okay?
Yes. Yes.
I am here, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
going to have an appetizer
Ladies
with
and-
fava beans.
Ladies and gentlemen, nieces and nephews, boys and girls. Yes, the uncle of the airwaves is back, Mr. Uncle Chris. George.
Uncle, mother, shut your mouth. Just talk about Chris. I can dig it. He's a complicated man. And nobody understands him but his roundtable cohorts. George and Sandy.
People want to hear sports today, Sandy.
That
People wanna
is
hear
sports.
I will make an announcement.
Go ahead.
I will be seeing you Wednesday on the special Ben Dickey
Oh,
report. That's right.
awesome.
I will say this though. I'm probably going to be upset because I think the Browns are going to do something stupid. I just guarantee that they will.
And you being upset would be different. How?
Well, because
He's going to
we're
let it
still
out next
under-
week.
We're still under the mantra of
No
no quarter.
quarterbacks.
That hasn't changed. And I know. I already hear the Josh Rosen stuff already.
Josh Rosen?
Yes.
Quarterback UCLA.
And everybody's getting all, their panties in a twist about this guy. And I'm just saying, you cannot build a team on just thinking quarterback.
That's true.
You
But you can't
can't
build one without one either.
do it. And when you're 0-16,
0-31.
Draft for
Team.
your needs.
Draft.
Don't draft a quarterback.
Well, see-
Sandy, let me explain this.
No,
Real
you
quick.
explained it
please-
to me
please
last
explain.
year and the year before that.
Okay.
do it again. Do it again for
You don't have to
Let
explain
George
it.
know.
Draft for your needs.
We need
Don't
everything.
don't draft a
We need
quarterback.
everything.
Don't draft a quarterback to appease a fan base,
We
Sandy.
need
That'd be me like, oh, we got to
everything.
draft a quarterback.
We need everything. We need a
Right.
left tackle now. We
Yes.
need some rushers.
Yes.
Don't be
And we need a
surprised if
quarterback
that Notre Dame offensive tackle comes our way now because of Joe Thomas with his retirement reactions.
I don't have a
Action.
problem with that.
No, that's filling a need.
No quarterbacks.
Thank you.
Whatever.
No.
Whatever.
They'll be there.
Whatever.
Look. After this week with New England,
They'll be there.
Wait, no. After this week with New England and the adventures of Tom, not reporting to voluntary workouts, which basically in layman's terms is mandatory workouts. New England's now they're want to be in the quarterback race. They got 2 first-round draft picks. They can move up and maybe get a quarterback.
Garoppolo left, so that
Garoppolo was traded.
Well, traded. Well, left, traded, but he's not there.
He
on the team.
moved. He just
All right.
moved.
The fact of the matter is that whether Brady was going to come in or not, they were still going to have to address the quarterback need regardless.
Right.
So, that's no big deal. But what it does, it makes other teams scared. Oh my gosh, if we don't get this quarterback, then the Patriots may have another Tom Brady in grooming. And so, because of what the Patriots did, now we're going to see Brandon Whedon type quarterbacks, and yes, he's the absolute worst quarterback the Browns have drafted, being more important because of the Patriots throwing their hat and using their first round pick to potentially get a quarterback. So now that ups the ante of these quarterbacks that are in the draft. And I don't want the Browns to panic and say, oh, we just had to get this guy, because if not, then, oh, woe's me, the franchise is just going to be in the toilet forever. It's going to be more in the toilet if they don't address the needs of the team first, then they do the quarterback.
Absolutely.
Guess.
No quarterbacks. Look, you haven't mentioned the fact that on the quarterback we're talking Allen, Darnold, okay. Etc. You got Mason Rudolph. He's a good second round, third round quarterback. He may even be moved up to the first round now with
That's
all
ridiculous.
these teams. But they're overvalued. Quarterbacks are being overvalued in the draft. You may find a quarterback who you never even heard of in the 4th, 5th round. You never know. Okay? You never know. These quarterback position, period, is overvalued because, it's overvalued. Overvalued in the fact that, great, he's overvalued. But without that offensive line, without that running back, who the Browns should take number 1 or 4, I prefer one or the other. Get Saquon Barkley. Without that running back, without that offensive line, that quarterback is zero. You could put Tom Brady in the Browns offense and he would be pathetic.
That's my whole point.
Thank you.
I mean, that's the whole point.
Bingo.
Ever since I've been on this great sports radio show, I've been saying that from day one, and my predictions have.
And you had to bite your tongue when others wanted someone to draft a quarterback.
Bite my tongue, my black
Yeah,
ass. When the quad was here, they tried to take us on, talking about we didn't know what we were talking about. It turned out.
And they're not even here anymore.
Well, then that. Well, I have nothing bad to say about them.
No.
I just said they're not here.
All right, yeah. There's like other people that I don't like that are not here, so we're not going to talk about that today.
Now, come on now. People aren't disappearing because you don't like them. Because that was the case, the world wouldn't be here.
No, but it's karma. You got to have some likability. You have to have some likability to be in this radio business.
And sometimes you have to have some irritability, too, to be interesting enough to listen to.
Well, those people who irritate me are no longer here at Voice Radio. Anyway, so moving along, singing the song. So we're going to talk all draft. Mm-hmm. We're probably going to have to stuff.
On Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have to stuff, 4 hours of talking to 2 hours. But
we're going to stuff it.
We will definitely get that in. Mm-hmm. The Tribe is playing spectacular. With the circumstances. They haven't really been mashing the ball all that much, but they're doing just enough to win. The pitching has been stellar. I believe that the pitching is going to get better as the season moves on. Mm-hmm. I think they're very well aware where they're at as far as not making the mistakes that they've made last year, and so the Cavaliers, I mean, not Cavaliers, geez,
not the stepchild, the
no,
Indians.
I've got plenty of time to get on
Yeah,
those groups later.
okay.
But the tribe is basically, they are the standard of what your pro sports team should be.
Well, ask Cincinnati.
Yeah, they fired the manager.
Think about that,
already.
Chris. Think about that. You're 3-15. You've only played 18 games, and you've already fired.
They're more stellar baseball reputation than the tribe.
They're the oldest franchise in the league.
Okay, since you guys
Period.
brought that up,
Go ahead.
do you think it's a good idea for them to hire their manager this early on?
It's ownership. Their ownership's being blamed for this one. Their patience. They want that W. We want to win now. And Cincinnati not there yet. They're at least 2 weeks. Firing manager, hiring your coach, hiring legal manager, interim. Now you're 2 years back again, unless you're going to get picks and
Right.
develop
So to
your minor
me,
league. You're talking.
if-
This is an ownership.
They're
thing,
the
Sandy.
Cleveland Browns of Major League Baseball.
That's a good way of saying it, Chris. The Reds are the Cleveland Browns of Major League Baseball right now. Think about it. Fired Mike Brown, in Los Angeles after 5 games.
That was crazy, too.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
appreciate
So nothing surprises me with fight ownership. Ownership, they only have so much patience. They are more worried about Mr. Greenback and how many greenbacks and how many in the seat.
Tag me in. Taxation. Where 3-15 with the tribe is more like, that's
Yeah.
more.
We're used to that.
Yeah.
Think
We're
about
used to
that.
Yeah.
Versus 3-15 in Cincinnati.
Right.
So, so that job comes with being a manager, comes with a little bit more pressure, a little bit more expectation.
And higher expectations.
Herbs at the Ohio State University. He just signed in a contract extension, which means a season.
Yeah.
That is it. Imagine the pressure of the next coach that will come in after him
Right.
and have to. That's
not
the
just
down.
Think of all those golden pants he's had. Another pair of golden pants for beating that team up north this year. They were handing them out this week, so that feels nice.
Are you kidding me? He's got so many of those gold pants. He can give all of us one here, and he'll still have a few left over. He can give one.
Right.
He can give one to his grandson.
Right. You know what? Go for it. Go for it. Go
Here
for
on
it.
the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable, George,
We're here.
Sandy, yours truly here at voiceitradio.com, CTSR. Keep it locked.
Oh, that felt good. That felt good.
Oh yeah, that felt.
Handing those golden pants out this week. I'm like, when I saw those gold pants, I'm like, yeah. How many have you not given? How many have you gotten, Jimmy?
Oh, we got plenty of time. So I guess today, I know it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
I was waiting. I'm missing my.
Close
I just wanted to.
eyes, I am rhythm, and around the control of my heart.
One of the reasons I'm
Feel
late
it.
is because
I think that was mine. I think it's mine.
Cheers, dear.
Because now that
I can't have it all, you
okay,
can
Sandy.
through your life.
Because now that I'm leaving, a lot of my friends want to see me and everything. They want to see me. So my English teacher, my old English teacher,
Mr. Sheridan.
yesterday wanted to have lunch with me today. Because he knows that I'm leaving, and then I'm having a get together at my house Sunday because my friends and stuff, they know I'm leaving. So you're invited if you want to come with me. But yeah, so at my apartment, doing something Sunday. So everybody is now calling me, Chris. So it's gonna be real hectic. So this will be my last roundtable, and So after the experience tomorrow,
Mhm.
it's you Wednesday, and then the experience Saturday.
On the 28th.
And I'm gonna see if the last experience could be for 3 hours instead of 2.
Mhm.
Talk to Chuck Conway and see if he'd be willing to give us an extra hour.
Mhm.
So that's it. And then I'm flying out Sunday morning.
Where you heading?
I am headed to Arizona. And I'm going to be moving into a 3-bedroom house. I'm going to be renting, of course. And I'm going to start my own internet radio station out there. I don't know exactly where yet. Maybe Phoenix, maybe where Yuma, where I'm going to be staying at. Maybe San Diego. I have a group of friends that want to be part of the radio station.
Mhm.
So that's where we're at, man. And so there'll be another one of these, a lot more technically sound, working equipment and all that.
No affront to you, dear Queen.
Of course not. But she's holding this together with 2 cans and a string.
Some Band-Aids and some gum that I loaned her.
Here's a paper clip so you can make sure the connection is good. I mean, so, but yeah. I'm looking to be up and running for the next 6 to 9 months. I could be up and running as soon as
October.
I would say November, maybe October, November.
Okay.
October would be really, really pushing.
Assistant prosecutor for the state of Cleveland, assistant prosecuting attorney for Cuyahoga County, and assistant United States attorney for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Ohio.
Let's see if we can get this thing.
Successfully litigated countless criminal matters.
Let's see if we can get this thing bigly.
Complex state and federal criminal cases. In addition,
Let's see if we can get this thing bigly.
Mhm.
as a JAG
Okay.
You know the faces that Trump made?
and is a former U.S. Marine. The citizen
Yes,
of
usually
Cuyahoga
Good. I'm just.
who has personal and professional experience.
Now, George,
What?
want to relocate?
No.
Gotta take his whole family. Karen,
I know, you have to carrying the grandkids and all that.
No, I'm not relocating anywhere. Ooh.
I'm telling you, money start pouring in. I'm hijack some talent. That means you. That's right. You know. I said some talent. I didn't say all. Shoot. You'll be here stuck with Tristan.
Your kids mean the world to you. So don't let life.
just the thought of that is enough to make me get on the plane. The thought of that alone.
Is Nick still here, ain't he?
I wouldn't blame him if he isn't. Last couple of times I saw him here with those people, they weren't acting right. And I'm sure it was frustrating him.
And advocate for the best interests of
Yeah.
kids right here.
Because
They-
Nick's patience is sitting.
They tried to lie on him and say that he was late, and he absolutely was not. He got here about an hour before he was supposed to be.
What was this?
I think you were here. Huh? Oh, no. It was probably about 3 weeks ago. It definitely was a month and a half. It wasn't that long.
That day when he was here and we did the
Yeah.
show? That guy, oh, he was here.
That wasn't a month and a half ago. It was like 3 weeks ago.
Like 30 weeks ago, 30 weeks. Month, maybe.
And they jumped up and walked out. It was weird. Okay.
They're weird.
Signal me, George, when they go.
All right. I'll take it. Welcome back to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com. Here's truly George from the Bendicki Report, the one and only Uncle Chris,
Hey,
and Vivacious One, Miss Sandy Scott. What's up with you?
Hello, George.
Yeah.
On May 8th, vote Anand Mehta for your next Ohio State Representative, District 10. Anand Mehta was born in District 10. He still lives in the district, and he still works as an attorney in District 10. Anand wants the opportunity to serve you. So on May 8th, vote Anand Mehta, Ohio State Representative, District 10.
All right. Oh, we're missing our first lady of sports here, so I gotta get into this.
Rachel Hill.
No, because the National Clown Athletic Association is acting stupid again, so.
What's going on?
I'm gonna read this. Ohio State basketball had to admit to several ridiculous, let me read that louder, ridiculous NCAA violations. This was from yesterday. The NCAA is at it again, imposing their will for minor recruiting violations. Ohio State got caught in the crosshairs of and this time it was their basketball program, and the violations that occurred have to do with recruits meeting Kirk Herbstreit. Great. Very illegal. Ohio State allowed 4 recruits who were on a recruiting visit to walk on the stage of the ESPN College Game Day set. While on set, they met former player Eddie George and prominent analyst and former Buckeye quarterback Kirk Herbstreit. The rules state recruits are allowed to meet former players, but not members of the media, which is an absurd distinction. This is a violation. This is where the violation comes. Although Herbstreit is a former player, he is deemed a member of the media as well. According to the NCAA, that meaning was stepping over the line. The players involved include 3 basketball players, Luther Muhammad, Elijah Weaver, and Jadon Lee, as well as football recruit, the highly touted Micah Parsons. Muhammad and Lee, both signed on at Ohio State. Weaver signed with USC, and Parsons signed with Penn State. The violations, the violations were self-reported by the Buckeyes. Okay, very simple. The punishment seems a bit much for a ticky-tack violation, but I expect no less out of the controversial National Clown Athletic Association. The case is ongoing and is not clear yet at the time if the players have been reinstated. Can someone please fire Mark Emmert and get the NCAA in order? That'd be a miracle beyond miracles. I mean, yes, there are members of Ohio State that have gone on after their playing days per the media.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Spielman is one. Yes,
Okay.
he played Ohio State linebacker.
Yeah.
He's from Massillon.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Herbstreit, yes, he's a quarterback. Yes, he's on ESPN. Yes, he's on College Game Day. But he was an Ohio State quarterback. Now, if those players were live on the air, there's your violation.
Right.
But if I'm meeting someone for the first time, I shake their hand, and we're not on the air, that's not a violation. The NCAA needs to get their act together. Besides, they're a bunch of clowns anyway. So that's fun there, Rachel. Please straighten me out. Why was this done? Really, why was this done? Top of the 10th, folks, real quick. Kansas City, Detroit 2-2. Cavs play Indiana tonight. Game 3
At 7 o'clock.
in Indianapolis.
All right.
Oh, that ought to be real fun from her.
I want it to be fun.
Okay, apparently, here's the thing. Apparently, we are, here, and I want to emphasize this, point-wise,
Yes.
we are playing better defense. Point-wise. Indiana hasn't scored 100 points in this series. All right? But still, a lot of media members are saying our defense is piss poor, pathetic, and like Swiss cheese.
That may be true, but it definitely was better in the second game than it was in the first.
I will agree.
Absolutely. I mean, I actually saw effort out of certain players, like JR, for instance. Out the gate, everybody seemed to be energized. And I have to say, watching the game, my mouth was open for the first 3-4 minutes watching LeBron all over that court. I mean, he was the man on the mission, you could tell. It was beautiful touch. It really was. But can he keep that up?
Okay, so my question back to you is, what must the Cavs accomplish in Game 3 to get a W on the road? Because
Okay,
they have
first
a
off,
hard time winning in Indiana.
They sure do. They sure do. I think they're having a hard time with them, period. But in Indianapolis, it's going to be very hard. The fans there are rabid. They want a winner, and they are going to cheer and act crazy and support their team as they should. But the Cavaliers are going to have to control Oladipo. They got to control him. Got to control him. Everybody's just going to have to try to concentrate on stopping him alone. I think if you let the other guys go, you might be able to survive it. But you got to stop him for sure. And we did some of that in Game 2 because he got 2 early fouls in the first quarter, and they had to bench him for the first quarter. So that really helped us.
Okay.
I saw JR get more active right out the gate. I was pleased to see that. He needs to work on maybe being a little bit more aggressive about shot taking.
How about aggressiveness to begin with?
Yes.
Just the whole team being aggressive.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Instead of being in the passive
right.
and playing back like this,
Yeah.
being
And letting the other team
aggressive.
get way too many easy shots. You know, people are looking around, whoops, they just got a layup through our back door. You know, it's crazy. So they got to be more aggressive. Got to work harder to stop the other team from rebounding and from making easy points.
Right.
Manage Oladipo and give LeBron some help on offense. My goodness. The way the score ended up 197, it seemed like he had to get 46 points for us to win.
Go.
Everybody's been talking except for yours truly for a couple of reasons.
We want to hear the wisdom. No. We want to hear the wisdom of the.
We would like to hear the wisdom.
From your thoughts on the dreaded
from
stretch
the ever
out.
attitudinal.
Yes.
Uncle Chris.
Attitudinal.
First of all, the sports prognosticators do have a point. Now, and so does Sandy Scott. Now, Sandy, you are correct. Yes, the Cleveland Cavaliers' defense was better in Game 2. But not by much. And it's because of Indiana was piss poor. Their shooting selection was piss poor. That the perception was, Cavs played outstanding defense. But the reality was they just played just enough defense to win.
That sounds right.
So
I agree.
So the Cavaliers still have a long ways to go in this series. It's going to be a bloodbath. It is. I mean, the games are getting more physical. Indiana. What did I say last time? I said Indiana is not afraid of the Cavs.
Oh, they're not.
Oh,
I don't
no,
think
they're not.
anybody's
No.
afraid of
They're
the Cavs.
not.
And that's not even the point. The point is Indiana is playing very brutally. They are. And
Look,
a lot of the stuff they're doing is not getting called.
Look at New Orleans. New Orleans not afraid of Portland. Look what New Orleans
Yeah.
is doing.
Yeah, want to give a quick shout out to my main man and colleague, Mr. Munch Bishop, who's watching me live here on Facebook.
Hey, Munch.
Munch Bishop,
Oh,
yes.
hello.
He's an icon in Cleveland sports.
Damn right he is. You talk about a guy who knows his sports. Now, I'd love to see the meeting of the sports minds between you and Mr. Munch Bishop, George. I'm telling you, he's on point. But going back to the Cavs, I think this could be a long series, but it all depends on how the game is tonight. If the Cavs really blow these guys out and get inside their heads a little bit, it's going to be a shooting. The Cavs lose this one, this is going at least.
I don't know. The Cavs are still making me very nervous. Those are my guys. I love them. But, just like with your children, no, I don't have any, but I do know them, a lot of children. You know what their strengths and their weaknesses are. And, I wish the best for them. I don't always see it, and I have to be honest about that. The fact of the matter is, this whole season, they've made me very nervous and outscore a team, say by the first half, by anywhere between 10 and 20 points, and then they lose that lead, and then they're struggling to hang on to win or to get the lead back at the end.
Right.
So to me, I enjoyed the first half, but I'm still biting my nails the third and fourth quarter.
What did I say a while back? Well, I said a while back. But one of the issues when the Cavs are struggling right after the All-Star break, did I not say to you, George, that I get the feeling that maybe Coach Ty Lue may be in over his head?
Yes, you
Now,
did.
why is it now? Why are now the sports people on Fox and ESPN, they're saying the very exact same thing. But I said this months ago.
Well, you want to know why? I'm gonna
Because
tell
the
you why.
greenback.
Right. He's got George is absolutely right on point. The thing is that the big sports pundits of the mainstream media, as you like to call them, they have advertisers a lot of times who you just can't freely say your negative comments. You're free to say negative stuff, but you just can't freely say it because if one of your big sponsors, you know, you got to be careful about that. You don't have that liability on you. You don't have those chains on you.
Even if I did, my black ass gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Yes, I know, and that's why you'll probably be financially challenged for many years to come. But hey, freedom costs something, so you're willing to pay for your freedom.
You're damn right. But so we've been saying this for months. Now Fox is saying, Fox Sports is now saying it. Duh, no kidding. I said that I think Ty Lue is in over his head. And you just now knowing this, that's why we're smart.
No, it's not they're just now knowing it. They're just now saying it or comfortable enough with saying it.
Not the comfortability, it's the reserve. They've been on reserve and reserve. And, now we can say it. That advertisers.
Oh my gosh, we can say it now.
Yeah, really.
Right.
That's a censorship I not appreciate.
Yeah.
I want to say, if I got something to say, I'm going to say it. And if you don't like it, lump it. Don't listen to me then.
It can be lumped. I mean, because sometimes you get fired, sometimes you get sanctioned, sometimes you get put on leave.
Right.
So that's what happens.
EP, I love EP, the show host, because I don't have that problem.
You're a short timer anyway, so, I shouldn't even remind you of that.
Damn.
Because you might get crazy.
Yes,
Up
I
in-
just
up in
might.
here.
Anyway, give a quick shout out to the CEO of voiceitradio.com. But Rachel Hill made a great point on her Facebook where she said, let me get this straight. When Ty Lue was out, the Cavs went on a 9-1 run.
Yep. They
Now, all of a sudden,
did. He's back.
he's back and they forgot how to play.
Well,
And so,
there's some proof in that pudding. I ain't saying what it is.
Yeah, valid point.
And what is up with keeping Tristan Thompson on the bench?
I don't know. Oh, you know what?
What is up with that?
Let me chime in on that. I was listening to a radio show today on the way in, and it was on a WOVU, a new station, 95.9 FM, low power, whatever. But they were talking about Tristan Thompson and saying, hey, we're paying this guy over $85 million or $80 million and blah, blah, he's not doing anything. But you cannot play if you're not put in the game. He was put in for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. He was in game 2 for 2 minutes. What can you do in 2 minutes? It's possible to do something in 2 minutes.
Hey, with that $80 million, he better put some aside for child support.
Or something. Yeah, because he got 2 kids now. But I'm just like, I don't understand what the deal is. I mean, has Tristan fallen from grace? I mean, I don't think it's a lack of skill, but you can't practice your craft if you're not in the game.
Hey, your guess is as good as mine, Sandy.
So basically, he's get to sit on his behind, get his paycheck.
But it's not his fault. I'm not.
No, it's not his fault.
Yeah.
No,
but he gets to collect the paycheck.
Okay,
for 2 minutes.
If he's sucking in practice and it's not resulting over.
Are they practicing?
No. I mean, I don't know.
Are they practicing?
I mean, if
there are reports in the middle of the season that they weren't practicing and that it was LeBron sanctioned.
But it was coming from Isaiah Thomas at that time. But I believe Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, I just think, and this is why I'm not a LeBron fan. I think that there are times where that LeBron takes certain things for granted, and then it trickles down to the rest of the guys on the team. And Michael Jordan, when he was at the top of his game, everybody else upped their game too.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think it's a fair comparison because Michael Jordan played with other all-star players. He did.
Well, who? Scottie Pippen?
Yeah, absolutely, Scottie Pippen. You check Scottie Pippen's stats when you get back to me.
Okay, well, here's the thing. But you're making more of my point. Thank you very much, because
No, I'm making my point.
No, you're not.
I am.
You're a homer and you're not thinking outside
I'm a
the
what?
box. You're a homer and you're not thinking outside the box.
I'm a world-class woman who's traveled around the world.
You're a homer, but you
Around the world.
Homer.
Yeah, I do root for the home team.
All
But I
right,
know their strengths and their
But
weaknesses.
here's the problem with that. The difference with LeBron is LeBron has had Dwayne Wade, he's had Shaquille O'Neal, he's had other major
He's had
guys.
Dwayne Wade for half of a season. Oh, Chris, come on now.
But he's had those guys.
He's
had those guys.
Does not compute.
And I question if he really makes the guys better around him. That's all.
Is he obligated to make the other players in his team better around him?
Yes! You damn right he's supposed to.
Oh, come on now.
Are you? That's
Come on
silly.
now. Come on.
That's like.
Did Kobe Bryant make every player around him better?
That's like saying.
No, you're getting crazy now.
No, I'm not
You're getting crazy.
No, I'm not.
You're getting crazy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, that's crazy. That's like saying us doing the experience, and I don't take it upon myself to bring out the best and in you to do.
You can try, but that doesn't mean you always do it. If anything, I'm bringing out the best in you.
I don't think so.
Cleveland Talk Sport is number 4. There was not a man in the studio. Second time in a row.
But it has nothing to do with men or women. We're talking about a team.
No.
Teamwork makes
The dream work. Yeah, but what I'm saying is I stepped up and did what I had to do and do a show without you or George being here, and still is number 4. That's what I'm talking about.
But
so, no.
But I don't think,
I don't
think LeBron can do that.
You don't think LeBron can do it?
I don't think he makes in the
running for MVP every year he's been in the league. Dude, please. Chris, you're
a
hater. You're a hater, Chris. You're a hater.
All right,
hater.
All right, hating on that, we're going to take a short little break. You're listening to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com.
My gosh. City of Cleveland. Only town that you can't talk about LeBron.
No, it's not. No,
Absolutely
not. When people were burning his jerseys, I said they were crazy, but I wasn't spinning around and having.
Well, I didn't say nothing about burning jerseys.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm not saying nothing about
LeBron. Seriously.
Burning jerseys.
Seriously, you are a hater. You always tell me people hate you because you're so great.
don't
You hate
think
LeBron because he's so great. You're jealous.
No, I'm
jealous.
not. I have no.
Jealous.
No.
Jealous.
No. You're an ass kisser. I'm not.
No.
I'm not an ass kisser, and if I become one, you'd be happy to have me kiss your ass.
Hey, behave. Come on.
I've told you, I'm not a LeBron fan, and I've got my
You may turn
reasons.
this into a bloodbath. If I was a motherfucking ass kisser, we talking about life, we talking about people, we talking about talent. We're talking about making people better.
But he doesn't. He doesn't make people. I don't think he doesn't make people better.
I'm not saying he's obligated to make people better. He's supposed to be a player,
That's
not
what
the
teams
manager
are
and the
supposed
coach.
to do.
No, they're not.
That's
No,
what
they're
they're
not.
supposed to do.
No, they're not. You don't make people better. All you do is piss people off and alienate them.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. I'm just telling you the truth about yourself. You can't stand hearing it. You're a hater.
I'm a hater. I get.
You're a hater.
I get
Sorry,
nothing out of
Sadie.
it.
Didn't mean to hit that.
Thanks.
Didn't mean to.
You're a hater. Just admit it. Admit it. Admit it. If you cannot concede that Michael Jordan played with better caliber players all the years around as opposed to what LeBron is playing with, you're a hater, and you can't handle the truth, and you're a liar. Grow up. I ain't never been an ass kisser since I was a little girl. Please. Hey, this is not supposed to be hooked up.
Oh, we got a final score.
I don't know. This is right here in England. Okay, just so you know. What's that?
Ooh, it's hot in here.
You worried about that?
It is hot in here. That's why I got me some water. How many minutes, Queen? 2 minutes? Okay.
What are they doing? What are they doing over there in the cubicle area? You know? No, I noticed. You know, yeah. I don't think he, I don't think he makes the players around him better. I just don't. Listen, I'm not a LeBron fan. What can I say? I want him to do well. I think he's a very special talent. I think he is the greatest player of this generation in basketball. Absolutely, no doubt about it.
You're just saying that he don't make other players better. I say he's not obligated to. He's not obligated
to. He doesn't make
to.
any other players better. And
You didn't make your other coworkers. You didn't make Andre better. Yeah, that brings it home, doesn't it? It brings it home. Yeah,
Well,
hey.
shoot, I was more of Errol's burden than mine.
You're right. You're right. It was more Errol's burden. I don't think it was your burden. That's the point I'm trying to express to you.
No.
No particular talent is obligated to make the other talent around him better.
And guess what? In spite of all the bullshit that Punk did, we were still on top, stayed on top, and we governed ourselves.
That's right.
So that even makes
No,
my
it makes
value,
my point.
It makes my value. No, it makes my
Makes my
value.
point. It makes my point.
Okay.
All right, whenever you want me to, George.
Just your.
Yeah, but your behind isn't going to be here in September when the Browns play the Steelers.
That's
Man, the
right.
damn
I'm going to get the NFL Network.
That's the guy. Hey, listen up. I asked the guy with the Cleveland Crush to call in. He's the coach to do an interview with him. Cornelius Bogart. You want to tell him to call back at 4:20? Is a spot?
10 minutes, sure.
Huh?
That's what we're waiting for our call.
What?
That's waiting on a call.
Yeah. So do you want to take him now or in a few minutes, or do you want him to tell him to call back?
No, we should take him back.
Okay. All right. Ask Ms. Cornelius, Coach Bogart.
Basketball coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Errol just said he's trying to call in.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
All right.
Cleveland Crush women's basketball team. I
Crush women's
set it
basketball
up.
team?
Yeah.
All right. Cleveland Crush basketball. Let me do a quick announcement.
Chris.
Okay. All right, I'm waiting for her.
Good, how are you?
Talib Kweli should listen to this.
I thought I had the best song to begin the show, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Pulitzer Prize winning artist. Oh, I love saying that.
All right, ready?
Yeah, bring back him.
All right, 3, 2.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, nieces, nephews, boys and girls? The Attitude, Uncle Chris on the microphone here at voiceitradio.com. You listen to the Friday edition of the CTSR. And we have a special guest that's calling in, Sandy.
Hi. On the phone, we should have Coach Cornelius Bogart. Coach, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, how are you? Thank you for calling in to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable. You're here with George Bendicki, Chris Bennett, and myself, Sandy Scott. Thanks for being with us here today. So you are currently the coach of the Cleveland Crush, that's correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, and you've been with them for... Sure, absolutely. You're on listening to www.voiceitradio.com. So you've been with the Crush about a year, but you have an extensive coaching experience. 16 years, I understand, in basketball and 21 years in football. And you are a native Clevelander and a graduate of Cleveland Heights, 1991 grad. So what is it that you hope to accomplish with the Cleveland Crush this year?
I think right now, women's athletics is missing the platform. And I think right now, with the opportunity for women's basketball possibilities now, just by developing the platforms to help the women play outside of just overseas, to bring it back to our community with basketball, which is originated from. So, by doing the Cleveland Crush, we have a really nice roster all across the state of Ohio. That there's one athlete, 2 athletes, our coaches, high school coaches, and youth coaches, not only young women that continue their careers in playing as well as coaching.
Now, how big is your roster right now for the Cleveland Crush?
We just lost one young lady to an injury. We had actually, at that time, we had 18. So now we're sitting right around 17 on our roster.
All right, 17 in roster. And I understand that one of your players is a former, well, Ohio Miss Basketball nominee, Taylor Mingo.
Correct.
All right, she went to Virginia.
Right now.
Okay, all right. And you're going to be having an exhibition game. That's tomorrow, right?
Correct. 2:00 p.m. The free to the community that anyone we're having an exhibition game at Belmont, Washington, George, William Park, 2:00. And it's actually free service.
Wow. So you have an exhibition game tomorrow, 2 p.m. at Zelma Watson George Recreation Facility. That's at Luke Easter Woodhill Park. All right, in Cleveland. That's on MLK and let's just call it Kinsman Avenue, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And it's free. That is awesome. Chris, I hear you trying to chime in. Go ahead. You can ask me a question.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. Chris Bennett here. Hey, how you doing? You sound familiar. What is your coaching experience? Well, first of all, what's your high school you graduated from, and then your coaching pedigree after that?
Well, I'm an alumni of Cleveland High School, you said before, class of 1991. I'm a sports player as a ninth grader. Ended up actually just playing football the rest of my career. And I've actually coached from 3 years old up to adult. We just came off of a clinic we had. We partnered with the YMCA in Warrenville. We did a clinic for 3-year-olds up to 14-year-olds. And with that, I coached UIO, I coached travel, or AAU basketball, and we call it. Also, high school basketball, team, and also the excellent classes, to the staff. That goes to the crush. And also there's in August, there's something else on the first as well.
Yeah, you said you.
Really good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you said you graduated from Cleveland Heights, 1991, right?
Correct.
All right. I know a classmate of yours,
Okay.
and an ex-girlfriend of mine as well. LaShawn Brown.
Yeah, yeah. I talk to John actually on the regular. Probably every other day at the least. I've actually coached her daughter. I coached with her.
Oh, so her daughter is playing now. Okay. Yeah.
Cleveland Heights is really, it's big, but it's small. So that's what I always say about Cleveland Heights.
Well, trust and believe. I wish I went to Cleveland Heights so well. But yeah. So I'm very familiar. With you guys, and I remember back then because I graduated in '89. So I remember back then that both the boys and the girls basketball programs were above average, and making the playoffs and being contenders in the Lake Erie Conference. Am I correct?
Lake Erie League, LEL.
LEL.
The LEL.
The LEL. So yeah. But and did you ever coach college?
No college.
And
College player experience, but not college player.
okay. And how many teams in this league? How many teams in the league with the Cleveland Club?
The Cleveland Crush presently, I believe there's 40 nationally.
Wow, 40 teams.
In Ohio itself, there's Toledo and Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
And then our region consists of Toledo, Cleveland, Detroit, and Grand Rapids.
Wow. Well, now, are those particular teams in your division, or they're just spread out? Different.
Or we make up the one region, and that's how they build it out, just the region. And then you add it. We play actually local in the region. Now they're in the southern region, so they're just based on region.
Okay. And what's the win-loss record of the team?
This year, we haven't played yet.
Oh,
Last
okay.
year, they did win the regional, and they lost in the semifinals of the national championship there.
Oh.
This year, hopefully, we want to win it all. That's the ultimate goal, the plan. We've been working really hard, practicing. I do have to give credit where credit due. The young ladies, they're very, very committed. The ones, I think this year, the 10 years, the longest we have, which is a 9-year player, is the oldest, but everyone else is 1 year and 2 years in the program and stuff. So they've really been working hard to make sure we're very successful this year.
All right, this is George from Deep and Dick Report. Yes, and I'm alum of Garfield Heights High School, class of '83, Lake Erie League member. Real quick here, your home games, where do you play your home games?
We'll be playing our home games this year at the Warrensville Heights Recreation.
All right.
I'm sorry, Warrensville Heights YMCA. The address, I can give the address.
Go ahead.
To that, make sure I announce that, but it'll be at the Warrensville Heights YMCA.
That's on Northfield.
Yeah, that's on Northfield Road, near the intersection of, you would say Emory and Warrensville. It's in between that and Clarkwood Parkway on Northfield Road.
And the eventual goal, okay, not the eventual goal of the team to win the championship, etc., but the eventual goal of the Cleveland Crush for this team is to, that's my question. What is your eventual goal for this team? As in, what do you, oh, let me,
The goal for the Crush itself is to establish a platform where our young ladies who don't have the opportunity to go directly overseas, and to come and showcase and continue to build their skills, and they get that opportunity for overseas, or we do play right now during the season of the WNBA, but once they go overseas, there's still an opportunity to get that tryout to go to the WNBA as well. So we want them to take the WBCPO, which is the league that we're in, and use that as a platform to possibly take it to the next level and play overseas and be professional level.
Coach Bogart, mentioning the WNBA, I'm still stinging from the fact that we lost our Cleveland Rockers. Me and my family were big supporters of them when they were here, but it just didn't seem to catch on. And I have to say that a lot of my male counterparts and friends were not supporting the team. Me, my mom, my sisters would get in the car and go see them ourselves, and every now and then, like maybe my brother might go or my dad, but you know, it was not widely supported by males in the city. And I'm even talking about professional male broadcasters, because I worked in Cleveland television for 25 years, from 1981 through 2000. And I cannot tell you how many times when I said, hey, I'm going to send a crew to shoot the Rockers, or send a crew to shoot the Fusion, the women's football team. They're like, ah, don't do it, because I'm not going to use it. You know?
I wasn't one of those males.
No, you weren't, because you didn't work with me in Cleveland television. You are right, you were not one of those males. But I'm just saying that it was not fully supported by even professional sportsmen working in this town. So, so hopefully we can get back to having a professional WNBA team here.
Exactly.
And
that is a definite goal. So if we bring the excitement back with the Cleveland Crush, Northeast Ohio, or the women athletics, it's definitely here high school wise. It's been here forever. We can bring it back on the professional level. That's ultimately my next 15, 16 years life goal of coaching women's basketball. So that's definitely why I'm so excited about what we have this year.
And what can fans and people in Northeast Ohio do to help support you and the Cleveland Crush?
Well, come out to the game. Come out to the game. We believe in a fast-paced game. We don't slow the game down. We of course we want to win, but we're an exciting team to come out and watch play. Most people want to see high scores. They want to see you get up and down the court, and that's what we bring. We're definitely here to try to hopefully get the community to get behind us and come out and support, come join our camp, our clinic. We're inviting other organizations in to come and participate in the cheerleaders, to the dance team. So if you're definitely interested in coming to be a part of that, please feel free. You can email Cleveland, actually even send an email to Cornelius Bogart at and watch it play.
Awesome.
That's
awesome.
good. I like your energy. You it seems like maybe, and I'm just being perceptive, but my sense of perception of you is that you have a real high motor, and you put that into your coaching. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think when I coach high school ball, the kids used to always ask me, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" I'm not a youngster, but I'm not only 46 this year, but I still play. I still get up and down with them. I'm pretty intense. But I'm not so intense where, you get to the point where you just lose your mind. But,
Yeah. Yeah, you sound. Yeah, it sounds like you love what you do. You have, it sounds like you enjoy what you do. Giving back and teach. Each one teach one type of mindset. As me being a friend of LaShawn Brown, I can say with bias that that's the type of community, living in Cleveland Heights, you were surrounded in. So I can, I can see that. And if I don't hear from you, I'm definitely going to follow you. And I personally wish you all the best luck. I mean, heck, you made it to the semifinals, so you have a plan, and it's working. And hey, we definitely can. How can people find you on Facebook and Twitter? And what's the handle of the team, so we can we can check you guys out.
right now on social media, you can look at Cleveland Crest on Facebook. There's no Twitter yet, and we're developing the website. So right now, if you go to those, or you can actually go to my page on Facebook, which is Pretty as Bogart, and I do a lot of posting of scheduling. I do a lot of posting of the players and other events that we may have. That's a lot going on with that. And we also, if you know some of the players that go on the league, they're on the team. They also post a lot about what's going on, so you see the excitement. But I will tell you guys this: if you ever try to coach or train a 3-year-old, if you don't have no intensity, you will.
Whoa.
Hey, Coach Bogart, speaking of the players, can you name your starting five?
Starting five this year is going to be Letitia Walker, next grad of who was Xavier, was on the Final Four team. And the second one would be at Dover Resort. She's an active Kimball grad, which is also from the University of Toledo. Third one will be Amber Bogart. And of course, there's a relationship, that's my daughter.
Oh, coaching your daughter. Oh,
All
wow.
right, awesome.
Who's on Eastern Michigan with Talent Games and graduate of Delaware State. The fourth one would be Georgia Tech. They call her Gigi. She went to Shaker Heights High School. And this week, rounded off, would be